Hi everyone, and let's continue reading Irotoridori no Sekai. And this time we are jumping into the chapter 11, which for certain is gonna be more serious than the previous one. Like I just have this feeling that it's gonna be more serious. But anyway, let's not waste any more time and get straight to the reading. It's lunchtime. As per usual, the group is all eating together on the rooftop.
今日
Um,
の出来はいかがでしょう
how did I do today? Well, right. You did great again. And not after taking a bite from the lunch that she prepared for me. It tastes wonderful. Yes. After doing a quick fist pump, she holds her hands to her chest and breathes a sigh of relief.
よかったです正直
Thank
に言う
goodness.
とちょっ
To
と
be
今
quite
日は
honest
出来
with
に
you,
不安があっ
wasn't
た
too sure
ので
about the quality of today's food. And it seems like Kana is steadily improving her cooking by annotating the way that she was eating all this time. Really? It really does taste great.
ありがとうございます
Thank you.
そう
I
言っ
really
てもらえ
appreciate
る
your
と嬉しいです
your compliments. It's been a few days since our beach excursion. After making the decision to continue honing her cooking skills, Kana has been making me lunch every day. There are still is the occasional disaster, but those are getting more and more infrequent. She's finally attained proficiency. Well, maybe not exactly. She has already mastered most of the technical aspects, but with regard to certain other things, it isn't so clear. This example being how she gets the urge to go above and beyond. But making for me in particular. Anyhow. I'm the one who should be thanking you. You get up bright and early to do this for me, morning after morning.
いえそれは私が
Oh no.
好きでやっていることなの
Don't
でいい
worry
ん
about
で
it.
す
I do it because I enjoy it. She started off simply with things like balls, but she has been steadily venturing into more complicated dishes. Today is lunch, and it's a delightful variety of different vegetables and meat. Whoa, that sounds like huge coming from Kana. And it doesn't even make us lose our consciousness and feel like we one foot at the grave.
早起きは楽
It's
では
not
ない
easy
で
to
す
woke
が
myself
で
up,
もお料理は楽しいから
to
大
wake
丈夫
myself
で
up
す
so early, but I enjoy cooking, so it's worth it. You do?
はい
Yes, though.
でも本
What
当
I
ならお
would
昼だ
really
け
like
で
is
も
to
いつ
help
も皆さん
Kisaragi-san
の分
out
も用
and
意した
make
いん
lunch
です
for
けど
everyone.
如月さんに任せっきりじゃなくてだけど
But
どう
it
しても
simply
ユー
takes
マさん
so
のお
long
弁当を作ってい
to
る
make
と
yours
時
that
間がかかってしま
I
うので
never
皆さん
didn't
の
have
分
time
ま
to
で
make
手が
more
回らなく
for
て
the others. I say once again at the lunch. Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
ユーマさん
Yuma-san, I'm really dying to know the exact process you go through when fixing food for me.
それは言えません
Please, no more baking soda. Please, no more. Have some mercy on us. I can't say. Her cheeks glow red and... but what I'm wondering about is... how the hell she arrived to that conclusion with baking soda in the first place? Just one kind of thought process she had.
恥ずかしくて
And then all this love to her cooking. It's just too embarrassing. Whatever, I will just ignore it. Now then, After placing my hands together, I resume eating.
ねえユーマ
Hey, Yuma. Yeah?
本当に
Does it
美
really
味しい
taste good? Yeah, it really does. Honest to goodness.
そうなんだ
Oh. She found expensively. Yeah? Hmm? Oh no, I was just wondering.
何
What? Alright.
どうって
What do you mean? It looks like something is bothering you.
別に
Not really.
何でもないけど
She continues sitting. Even this kind of fixing my lunch, Mira still handles lunch for everyone else, as usual. Actually, come to think of it, as I'm eating, I realize something. You two must share the kitchen in the mornings, huh?
そうね
Yeah, I guess. She nods as she brings more food to her mouth.
あそこの厨房は
The dorm's kitchen is pretty big. You could probably fit
more
another person in there and
一緒に並ん
cook
で
just
作
fine
業
without
しても
bumping into
大
one
丈夫だって思
another.
う
Oh, it sounds kind of impressive, like. Just how big their kitchen is, if it can fit 3 person, is no problem. The only thing we saw before it was the dining room, like, but I don't recall them showing the kitchen that much from the previous chapters, like. But if they did, feel free to correct me in the comments or in the chat. Depends on the time you're watching this. Oh, really? Yeah,
それ
she's
に料
right.
理がわからない
It's
とこ
nice
ろは
because Agi-san thinks she's right there. You ask me?
そうなんです
Yes, I
さん
do.
は教え
She's
方
a
が
very
と
good
ても
teacher.
上手だと思います
Huh? I wasn't aware she was helping Kana. Question.
何
What? When did you two become best friends forever? Yeah, I kind of missed that too, like. As you could remember, the first time Fiend was there, we were like, it's just a frauds. But surprisingly quick, they started to act like they are best friends. Which is a bit odd for me. They exchange a glance.
別に
They're not
仲
best
良
friends
くなんて
or
ない
anything.
けどそうですね
Right,
普
we are
通で
not.
すよね
They resume eating, albeit both seeming to be quite uncomfortable. There is a certain restlessness to the way they are acting. It makes me somewhat amusing.
キサラギお姉さんの
Kisaragi
お弁当は
Onesan
いつ
always
も
makes
とっても美味しいです
super amazing lunches. Huh? Oh yeah, she does.
そして
And the lunch
メ
that
イドのお姉さんが
Miss
作っ
Maita
た
Onesan made for
今
you
日のお
today
兄
looks
さんのお
so
弁当
so
も
absolutely scrumptious too.
とても
How about we share
そうです
a bite or two with Tsukasa? My poor girl needs some love too. So let's feed her. Your eyes sparkle as she stares in the days. Yeah. Your food is perfectly edible now, so maybe it wouldn't hurt to share a bit. If you want. However, my chopsticks above the lunchbox continue want to pick. You can try some. I grabbed the rolled omelette with my chopsticks.
いいんですか
Are you sure I can,
お兄さん
Oni-san?
私が
Sure.
もらっても
Right, it's good. Almost as good as Mio's lunches even.
それでは少しだけいただいてもいいでしょうか
May I have a teensy tiny bite then? Sure. Oh, though it's bad manners to pass food from chopsticks to chopstick. I think of an alternative method. Okay, open your mouth. Oh, so we're Maybe I'm gonna feed you. Oh, open my mouth.
ですか？それはダメです。浮気です。
No. You're not allowed to cheat on me. And here's gonna just straight up accusing us on cheating on her, like. Vicky and Bandarin, we continue to eat our lunches.
ユーマさん、
Excuse me,
ちょ
Yuma-san.
っといいですか？
Can I talk to you for a minute? As we are all shuffling back at our respective classrooms, Kana suddenly calls out and stops me.
私、少し考えたことがあるんですけど、
I was just thinking. She leans in as though she's about to tell me a secret.
寮の地下室から行
Can
け
we
る
go
場所
to
に
the
レン
town
ち
where
ゃんとお母さんが住んでいる場所があるじゃないですか。
through the basement in the door? Can't you? Are you talking about the merchant town?
はい、そうです。
Yes,
その
that's
町
it.
です。
That's the one.
以前、一緒にあの町へ出かけたとき、あそこは屋
Do you
台が
remember
たく
the
さん
time
並んでいて、
we went there
美味し
together?
そうな
There
食
were
材
all
とかが
sorts of stands
いっぱいあり
selling
ましたよね。
all sorts of delicious looking ingredients. So she wants to cook something using the stuff from the merchant town? I'm kinda cautiously excited about what this might transpire. Like. Because it's the Kana we are talking about, and I'm afraid it could be the moment we see some new enhanced version of nuclear weapon being burst into the world, or something even worse. Yeah, I remember that's pretty normal for that town. You can buy a variety of items and delicious foodstuffs that are unattainable in this world for cheap. They attract a lot of customers from neighboring towns and even towns further out. Was there something in particular that caught your eye?
はい。あの町
Well, I
で
just
食
figured
材
that
を買い物してみ
might
る
be
のも
nice to
面
go
白
there
い
and
かな
shop
って
around
思い
for
まして。
ingredients. Oh,
私たちの世界では手に入らないような食材を使って料理をしたら面白そうだって。
cooking these ingredients from another world sounds like a whole lot of fun. Kana.
はい。
Yes? I told you to take your time, didn't I? I will admit though, that it seems like an interesting proposal.
あ、はい。
Alright,
そうですね。
that you did.
もちろん今すぐ
Of
には
course,
や
I
り
don't
ません
have
けど、
to do it right
ゆく
away,
ゆ
but
くはそう
I
い
do
う
want
の
to
も
try it
挑戦してみ
eventually.
たくて、そのための下
I
見を
just
し
thought
て
I
み
might
てもいい
go
か
and
なっ
do
て
some
思ったんで
preliminary
す。
browsing. Oh, okay. Having an inquisitive mind is a good thing, I suppose.
そういうわけなので、あ
But
の町で
let's
お買い物したいんです。
let's
私。
not cook from the stuff we're gonna find there. So essentially, I would like to go shopping in that world.
だから地下室
And
を
of
使わ
course,
せ
I
てい
need
た
to
だい
ask
てもい
your
いです
first
か？
for permission.
その許
Is it
可を
okay
も
if
ら
I
えれ
use
ば
the
と思って。
basement? I doubt that will be a problem.
あとですね、
Oh, and
私
also,
は
I
あ
don't
の
have
町
any
の
of
通貨
data
を持っていないの
world
で、
currency,
いく
so
らかあ
would
ち
you
ら側
mind
の
exchanging
通貨
some
と両
with me?
替していただければ嬉しいんです。
Sure thing. So that's what she wanted.
ユウマさん、あの町のお金は持っているって言ってましたよね。
You did say that you have some of their currency, didn't you? Yeah, but not much. I also believe Shigure-san keeps some currency from various different worlds stored away in her desk. In his desk. In exchanging some of it with Kana shouldn't be an issue. Alright, we'll do what we'll do what we'll do that when we get home.
ありがとうござい
Thank
ま
you
す。
so much. They want me to accompany you when You go there?
いえいえ、そんな
Oh, no, no,
こ
no.
れくらい
I'll
一
be
人
fine
で
by
でき
myself.
ますよ。
You sure?
はい、そうなんです。
Yes, don't
それ
worry.
に
Also, all of a sudden she blushes bashfully.
食べてくれる人の
Shopping while
喜ぶ
imagining
顔を考えな
the
が
smiles
ら
of the
買い
people
物
I'll
を
be
する
making
のも
food for
私
is
にとっての
one
料
of the
理の
joys
楽し
of
みの一
cooking
つ
for
だっ
me.
てそう感じますから。
Oh, right. I'm not quite sure how to respond to that. Especially when I see that women smile, it's making this much more awkward for me. Well, anyway. I read my eyes to escape her gaze. The money exchange and using the basement shouldn't be a problem.
お夕
Okay,
飯を
I was
食べ
thinking
たら
of
お買い
going
物
after
に行こうと思っています。
after dinner, damn. You're not wasting any time with this. Alright,
ついでにレンちゃんのお母さんにもお料理を教えてもらおうかなって思います。
I was also considering paying Ren-chan's mother a visit and asking her for a cooking lesson. Oh yeah? That sounds nice.
珍しい食
I
材
know.
の調理の仕
I
方
will
を
ask
教
you to
え
teach
ても
me
らってき
dishes
ま
I
す。
can make using the worldly ingredients. Maybe with Haku help it wouldn't be that bad. Like, at least we will not. You might not end the world. As Kana will try to cook herself. She smiles with a glee.
それでは
Okay, I will see you
また
after
放課後に
school. She gives me a quick bow before scurrying off to her own classroom. A dream. Are we having a nap? Like, are we seeing this dream again? I'm dreaming. As always, feathers fall from the sky. I hear a voice. Someone is calling to me. It's gotta be
ユー
enough.
マ
You, mom. And hey, Mio. Hmm.
ユーマ
You, ma. Hmm.
ね
Hey,
え、ユー
are you awake?
マ起きてる
Mm-hmm. I groggily open my eyes. Huh? I look to and fro, trying to work out where I am.
こんなところで寝て
It
た
will
ら
catch cold if
風邪
you
ひくわよ。
sleep out here. It's all coming back to me now. After getting home from school, Mel began fixing dinner, like usual. I sat at the dining table and let my hat down. As I listened to the pleasant rhythmical sound of Mio hitting the knife against the chopping board, I began to nod off. And I can't blame him for that, like. It does sound kinda relaxing to me. Apparently, I fell asleep and had been snoozing until Mio woke me just a second ago. Good morning. I sat in my posture and rubbed my eyes. Is dinner ready?
できたけど寝ぼけてる
Yeah, it is. Are you tired? A little.
顔洗ってきたら
You might wanna go wash your face, don't you think? Yeah, probably. I stand up. Then totter toward the doorway.
ついでにみんなを呼んできて
Could
くれ
you
たら
also go
嬉
tell
しいけど
everyone it's ready while you're at it? Yeah, sure thing.
あ、それと私今から着替
Oh,
えついでに
but I'm
シャ
gonna
ワー
go
浴びよ
take
うと思
a
う
quick
から
shower and get changed.
ドアを開けると
So
きは
make sure you knock
ちゃん
on
と
the
ロ
door
ック
before
を
you come
忘
in.
れずに
Hmm? Still feeling drowsy and rubbing my eyes, I turned back toward Neo. Ack! In doing so, I smash my little toe on the chair leg. Oh, it's probably gonna hurt like a hell. Ah! Let's come out in agony.
大丈
You okay there? She watches on giggling. No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay at all.
夫ね、冷めた
But that woke you up, though, huh? Yeah,
それって痛い
that sure looked like it hurt. God, you're telling me. Since to that, I have completely lost my train of thought.
もう平気
Is the pain gone? More or less.
歩ける
Can you walk? Probably.
それじゃあ、痛
Well,
みに
I
耐え
hate
て
to
る
make
ところ
you
悪い
go
けど、
run around
It's
for me when you
good.
just stop your toe, but can you go get everyone for me? You got it. I like this link of yours here.
なんだ
What is it? I'm just debating whether or not I should get rid of the pain in my little toe. I could heal a minor injury like this in an instant. But in exchange we're gonna lose a bunch of our memories, like we always seem to lose and we never seem to care about this, so might go and use this power again. However, this power belongs to the both of us. If I clear it by Shinkus beforehand, I will no longer have to worry about mistakenly using this power on the beams.
そうだな。でも、
Hmm.
私は嫌かもしれないな。
I don't think that would be wise. Right. Yeah, if we can avoid losing our memories in exchange for that power, so let's just avoid using it altogether. At least for once.
こんなことくらいでい
If
ち
you
い
keep
ち
wasting
力を
my
使って
power
いたら、
on different
いくら
issues
記
like
憶
this,
力が良くても
then
追
it
いつ
won't
かないだ
matter
ろ
how good your memory is. You will never be able to make up for the loss incurred. Good point.
その代わり、ユーマは少しの間、痛いのを我慢しなくちゃいけないけれど、
Though it does mean that you will have to bear with the pain for a slight bit. I can handle it. Anyway, what was I supposed to be doing right now? Lingering pain in my toe knocked a lot of things out of my head.
夕食の呼びかけに回るんじゃなかったかな
Weren't you supposed to be fetching everyone for a dinner? Oh yeah, that was it. I need to carry out the task assigned unto me by Mio. Alright, let's get started. Whose room should I visit first? And before that I need to check the guide. Because as per usual with the choices in this visual novel, it's not that obvious as it could be on the first glance. But this time, the choice is actually more straightforward, so we can just go with Kana and visit her first. I knock on the door to room 101.
どちら様ですか
Yes, who is it? It's me, dinner is ready.
はい、了解
Okay,
です。
I'll be right
これが終わ
there
ったらす
once
ぐ
I
に
have
行きま
finished
すね。
this. What are you up to?
ちょうど皆さんの洗
We're
濯
just
物を
folding
畳んで
everyone's
いたところなんです。
wash clothes. I surveyed the room and spot a pile of laundry that seems to be freshly dried. Oh, folding laundry, yeah?
お料理以外、掃除、洗濯は私の
Yes.
お仕事です
Apart from
ので。
cooking, I'm also in charge of cleaning laundry. Just out her chest in the pride before declaring.
洗濯物を畳ませた
I
ら
can fold
ちょ
the
っと
clothes
した
for
ものです
other
よ、
for
私。
hours without even breaking a sweat. In a sweat. I check the folded stack and see that indeed each and every item is folded incredibly neatly. It seems to have been carefully and meticulously done, so that each article of clothing will fit neatly into the drawer. Hold on 1 second.
What?
Yes? I mean, I can probably arrive at a suitable answer to this question on my own. It's already been several days since I made the dorm my new temporary home. And I'm fairly certain that I've been carelessly tossing my dirty clothes into the washing machine whenever I take a bath. Yeah, it's exactly what you're thinking about, my guy. Ghana is washing your underwear. Does this mean that you have been washing my underwear?
それはもちろん誰かがやらなくちゃいけないことですから。
Why, yes, I have. It's a job that someone has to do. Yeah, of course, somebody has gotta do it. I mean, clothes don't exactly wash themselves, dry themselves, and then neatly fold themselves day after day. I was lucky enough to not have to worry about washing my own clothes living at my apartment, so I tended to forget that was a thing that was done. Wait. But who was washing our clothes when we were living in the apartment? Like, it couldn't be Shinku, right? Like, I'm suddenly left, feeling perplexed. I didn't have to do laundry at the apartment. Yeah, that's exactly the very question I have in my mind. Like how that supposed to work?
ユーマさんは
You're aware? As I'm racking my brains trying to solve this mystery, Anna suddenly speaks and pulls me out of my reverie. What is it?
はい
So she fidgets nervously, then says,
トランクス派
"We're boxers, don't you?" Her cheeks flash pink. Kana, my dear. Yes? I want you to know that I'm grateful to you for taking care of my laundry, but
なんでしょう
but it ends now, okay? But I'm going to be doing my own laundry in the future. If I want, I can even just take it back to my apartment with me.
そんなそういうことをさ
No,
れてしま
please
っては
don't.
私の楽しみ
Just
が減ってしまい
suffer
ま
the
す
fun out of doing the laundry for me. What fun? What are you doing with them? Hey, really?
はいユーマさんの下着
Yes,
を洗う
my
前
favorite
と
parts
そ
are
の後
examining your
が
underwear,
私の楽しみ
both
なんです
before and after washing. Oh no. You examine it, what on earth are you doing with my underwear?
湿気の
Whoa,
もしていま
excuse
せん
you,
よ
I don't do anything to them. She slightly cocks her head.
ただちょっと匂いを嗅いでみたりしてみただけで
Oh shoot. All I do is give them a slight sneer. Kana is the biggest old man in the whole game. Like, it's not even competition, she already single-handedly won this one. Okay, must have here.
ちょっとどうしてそんな顔するん
Hey,
ですか
why are you giving me that look? You seriously don't know why?
別におかしなこと
It's
ではない
perfectly
は
normal
ずです
thing to do.
世の
I would
中の
bet
良妻
that
はみんなや
wives
っているこ
regularly
とだ
sniff
と
at
思
their
います
husband's underwear. Is that so? Is that what usually a wife does for the husband? But we are not husband and a wife in the first place. I highly doubt that.
あります大あり
They
ですよ
do?
ちゃ
Absolutely
んと
do.
きれいになったかどうか確
I
か
will
めな
also
いと
going
い
to
けない
check
で
if
しょ
they have been cleaned properly. Please don't ever touch my underwear ever again.
そんな遠慮なさらず。
Oh, don't be shy. She's pointing. You think this is me being shy?
恥ずかしんぼさんなんですね。
Is someone feeling a little bashful? Anyone would be repulsed. Do you want that the underwear was being used to satiate someone's lust?
烈情って何ですか？
Lust?
烈情って。
Whoa,
愛
that's
情表現
completely
の裏返
backwards.
しですよ。
What I'm doing is anything but lustful. It's an expression of my love. You're supposed to turn the underwear inside out before washing it, not backwards.
あれ？
Huh? Look, all I'm trying to say is, it's embarrassing. I'm a guy who is a bit, who is, hit puberty. Just a photo of a girl my age holding my underwear already makes me uncomfortable enough.
わかりました。
But she's sniffing it on top of that. Fine. And she clearly wants to have it her way. She presses her lips heavily.
これからは
From now
ユ
on,
マさん
I
の
will leave
下
it
着は別にしますね。
probably out your underwear. Thanks. Anyway, you said you wanted to use the basement after dinner, right?
あ、は
Oh
い。
yes,
そうなんです。
that's right. Do you wanna go ahead and exchange your money now?
お願いします。
Yes, please. Kinda walks over to a money box in the corner of the room and takes some money out of it.
1枚、2枚、
One,
3枚、
two,
4
three,
枚。
four.
これくらいで足り
Okay,
る
that
か
should be
な。
enough. Oh, you've got quite a bit of money saved up, huh?
はい。こういう時以外には使
Yes,
わないようにして
then
ま
to
したか
spend
ら。
my money save for special occasions like today. Remember now, she has paid for the chores she does around the dorm. And once she reaches the amount she needs, she will submit a formal job request to us. That's the arrangement we devised. But I remember the Sagerin Sambi named to her, and I highly doubt that she managed to accumulate so much money in such a short span of time. That would be crazy if she's anywhere close to that. That's the arrangement we devised. Alright, I will go exchange this for you right now.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
Thank you. How much do you think you will need?
そうですね。
I would like to
今
spend
後のことも
as
考
little
え
as
ると
possible,
出
so
費は最
you
小
can save
限
for
に
the
しておき
future.
たいので。
Suddenly pauses, ponders for a moment.
いくらくらいが最適
How
だ
much
と
do you
思
think
います
that I will need? I mean, that's a good question in a way. Then ask me that question. A certain expression on your face. I don't honestly know. After shooting her a rueful smile, we go together towards the manager's office. Once we get there, I give her as much as she needs in exchange for the money she gave me.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you so much.
これでお
I
買い
should be
物
able
で
to
きそう
manage
です。
just fine with this. Great. You're still going after dinner?
はい。お腹が空いては戦はできませんから。
Yes, I wouldn't want to head off to the battlefield on an empty stomach after all. The battlefield? You sure you don't want me to come with you?
大丈夫ですよ。お買い物くらい一人でできるんです。
Don't worry, I'll be perfectly fine by myself. Well, if you say so. But be careful.
Hi.
Of course, I still find that it's quite a jarring that way. Kinda doesn't even remotely gets worried about going to the parallel world on her own. Like, there are definitely gotta be more to that, like. I'm pretty sure of that. Of course,
明日も
I'll
美味
do
しい
my
と言っ
best
てもら
to
える
make
お弁
you
当を
a
作れる
delicious
ように
lunch tomorrow.
私頑張
According
り
to.
ますね
Also, this sounds a bit ominous. Like, it's almost like she's gonna get lost there. Okay, where next? I make a mental list of what I still have left.
どうしたそんな渋い顔して
Why the glum look? It's nothing. We just worried about Kana, like, and what possibly could happen to her there.
ちょっとなんだ
Just what? I feel like there is something I'm forgetting.
忘れてること
Something you have forgotten.
そんなものはちょっ
Yuma,
とどころか
if you
山
were
ほ
to
どあ
count
る
the
だろ
number of things you have
ユーマの
forgotten,
場合
it'd
は
be in the thousands. I guess. This is a feeling I often have, so she may be right. There's no sense fighting over it. Anyway, who should I go fetch next? And the next is apparently supposed to be Kyo. So let's go fetch Kyo. Um,
なーに
what? How do I always get roped into this? I went to room, kind free to tell Kyo that dinner was ready, but for some reason I now find myself sitting down and playing a game with her. And I have this feeling that we still can't beat her at all. If you don't even get in close to that. If we don't go soon, the food will get cold.
でもチェックしないといけないから
Plus, I need to make sure. Make sure what?
ちゃんとお兄ちゃんが練
Make
習
sure
し
that
て
you
る
have
か
been
どうか
practicing
の
like you said you would. Fair enough, but honestly, I think it's about time you started going easier on me.
お
Why is that?
どういうこと
I barely have time to move before you have beaten me to a pulp and killed me. Can you really check the results of my training that way?
うん
Hmm? She gives a vigorous nod. She's going so aggressive on us, like, there got to be some way to counter that, like. Maybe just like do some block move for dash backwards.
私が楽しい
Enjoy
か
it,
ら
so I
そ
don't
れが
mind.
いいって思うの
That's not testing, Mikio. What are you doing is called bullying.
そんなことないよちゃんと練習してくれてたら問題なく戦
But I
える
guess
レベル
it's
だって思うのそれくらいには
it doesn't
手
matter
加
that
減して
much
るよ
when our skill with her is different so drastically that way. We can't even pinpoint what she's doing. She's just beating the crap out of us. No, it's not. You have been practicing, you should have be able to put up a fight. I'm going easy on you. You just don't realize it. Well, you can say that, but I'm practicing, I promise. I am.
本当
Really? Really? Really?
でも
Oh shoot, I kinda screwed up the line there. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like, really? I don't know. She purses her lips, still discontent.
全然進歩
I'm
が
not
見
seeing
ら
any
れない
improvement.
の
Not even a smidgen. In that case, I don't have any misgivings. I'm sure the fruits of my training. Alright, let's get this next round started.
うん
Okay,
でも
but what about dinner? This will be our last one. That's fine by you?
うん
Mm-hmm.
オッケー
Fine by me. The match begins, and the winner is. Huh? We actually made some big progress and we managed to hit you?
え
What? None other than me. You are a kid. She freezes in disbelief. How do you have been practicing? How do you like that?
こんなのって
There is no way this could have happened. Nothing is impossible here. Tired of always being on the receiving end of your brutality, I have been looking up at tips and strategies and practicing them with the Shinku. Well, I didn't know what the buttons to press or how to do any for the combos, so I had Shinku look all that up for me and I then practice by following your commands. It does feel like a bit unfair, but all in all, I didn't cheat in any way.
は
She's still staring at me wide-eyed. Alright, ready to go to the dining room. Holy shit, we finally managed to beat Akio in that crazy ass fighting game. I begin to stand up, but before I can,
待って
wait, is she gonna give us a reward like I'm wrapped around the waist.
このままじゃ終わ
I
れ
can't
ない
stop
よ
on the loss. Oh no. Oh no. What about dinner? Like, can you at least let us savor the taste of victory for once? Why we always have to suffer when we're playing with you?
お夕飯は逃げ
Can't
ない
wait. But first, she needs to obliterate all the good feelings we're getting from beating her for once. Second the game,
とにかくやろう
whatever, fight
こ
me.
の
I
悔し
have
さ
to
を
get
バネに
revenge.
して
Revenge means nothing to me. She may feel upset, but I feel like I'm on the cloud 9 right now. I'm satisfied and ready to quit playing, so can we?
行かない
No. She's savage. I figured people would say that.
うん
She shakes your heart from side to side.
このまま終われたら
If you
ご
stop
飯が
now,
喉
will
を
to
通
be
らないかもしれない
frustrated
の
to swallow my food.
悔しくて
Also, I forgot to check this, but like, I'm pretty sure US voice actor is the one I have heard somewhere before. And probably not even once, like, but plenty of times. But I still can't wrap my head around who is that. Fine, but not too long.
うん
Hmm? The two of us brawled for 10 more minutes.
こんなのはおかしい
Ayo, we even getting on the streak, holy shit. This isn't right. She stares at the screen in disbelief.
言い分だなんて
Evenly matched. Nothing wrong with it. I've just shot up to your level. It's more interesting fighting someone at your skill level now.
それは教師がいいからだよな
Wasn't you an amazing teacher? Thank you, Shinku. You were a great help to us. She smiles at me smugly. Yeah, let her enjoy herself. I mean, herself.
感謝するといい。
You're gonna go ahead and thank me. Alright, thanks.
何か
Huh? Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself.
うーん
You don't look very happy.
それは
Well, it is not more fun to fight against someone who is win much for you.
そうかもだけ
I
ど
won't deny that it is,
Demo,
but you shouldn't have been able to improve so much in such a short span of time. Plus, you were practicing by
一人で
yourself,
練習してい
weren't
て
you?
でしょ
It doesn't add up.
おかしいよ
Is it really that weird?
誰かものすごく上手な
The
人
only
にレク
possibility
チ
I
ャー
can
しても
see
ら
is
っ
that
たようにしか
this is
思えないんだけど
one-on-one training from someone who is really good at this game, but how could possibly Shinko be that good on this game when she's practically the ghost? Eh?
ね
Who was it?
誰
Who's
え
your
誰に
secret
教えて
teacher?
もらったの
It's a certain someone we can't tell you about. How do I answer that question?
私
I want to play against
その
them.
人とゲームをしてみたいのそうだな
I would love to play against them
私
too.
もできれば
if I
そうしてみたいけど
Shinko smiles awkwardly.
でも
Honestly
私は
though,
別に
I'm
期
not
待
as
さ
good
れる
as
ほどゲームは得意
the
じゃ
video
ないん
games
だけどな
she seems to believe.
とにかくもう一回だけ私にチャンス
All I
をい
want
ただ
is
ければと
one more chance. Just give me one more chance to beat you and prove that I'm better. Nope, dinner comes first.
ブー
There. I'll play with you as much as you want after dinner though.
本当
Really? Yep, I promise. And then stand up. Well, I still have other people to tell, so I will see you in the dining room.
うん
Hmm? Those leave for room 103. You know what?
うん
Hmm? Not that I'm better, I actually kinda enjoy playing against you.
誰のおかげか忘れちゃダ
Don't
メだ
forget
ぞ
who it was that got you to that level. I'll be sure to write it in the diary. That's the most important piece of information we need to jot down in the diary, like that. Shinku is quite knowledgeable about the fighting game we are playing with Sakyo. Okay. Whose room should I go to next? Well, there is a sole option we can choose from, which is Tsukasa. So let's go to Tsukasa. You're in there, Tsukasa? I knock on the door to room 201. I'm here to tell you, dinner's ready.
お兄さん
Oh,
どう
Nissan?
したんですか
What's the matter? Huh? I turn around the sound of your voice to find Tsukasa herself sitting behind me.
何かご用でしょうかお兄さん
Did you need something, Nissan? Yeah, dinner's ready. Have you been out or somewhere?
はい
Yes,
夏目お姉さんの部屋で
that's my
次
Nissan
のお仕
and
事の打ち合わせをして
I've
おり
been
まし
busy
た
preparing for my next job. Oh, really?
はいです
Yes, that's
こう
right.
言うと
Yeah,
なんだか
it makes me
ちょ
feel
っとだけ偉くなったよ
little
うな
grown
気分
up
なのです
talking about work stuff like that. So, if she's talking to you about the job, it means aren't we gonna have a job soon? She loves bashfully. So, what is your next job? Oh, I'm
と
glad
て
you
も大
asked.
切なお仕
It's
事
something
です
really important. Which is what? Wow, that sounds cool.
その名もお兄さんにどのようにして携帯電話を携帯させるか大作戦です
We have dubbed this mission. Operation Get a Nissan to carry his cell phone with him. That's the mission of utmost importance, like. And the success rate for this mission, I'm afraid, is gonna be near zero, like, because it's humor you are dealing with. I'm sorry, what?
緊急連絡
As
係として
emergency contact,
お兄さん
I've
の
been
そばに
ordered
常
to
時
stay
控
by
えてい
your
るように
side
と命じられた
at all
私
times.
なのですが。
Ordered by Suzu-san, I assume.
はいそうなので
Yes,
す。
that's right.
でもやはり
Understand
プ
though,
ライベートな
even
時間
someone
ま
like
で
you, with the
私のよ
patience
う
of
に
a
新
saint,
しいのが近く
was
で
up
チャラ
and
チャラしてい
unleash
ま
his
したら
off
い
upon
く
a
ら
loud
寛容
mouth.
寛大なお兄さんで
You're
も
like me if I
激
were
鱗に触れて
scap
しまわ
around
れ
you
るかもしれな
whenever
く
you
て
go all day long. That would be really concerning if Suzu made you sick by our side like 24/7. Yeah, not really.
ともかく私が近くに控えていられない時にもちゃんとお兄さんに連絡が取れるようにするには
But
ま
anyhow,
ずやは
you
り
need to make sure
お
you
兄
get
さん本
the
人に
habit of carrying
携
your
帯
phone
電話
on
を
you
常備していた
at
だか
all
なけれ
times
ばいけないわけ
in
で
case you ever needed to be contacted, but I'm not around for whatever reason. Tsukasa. So, I was just thinking.
何でしょ
Yes,
うか
what is it? Do you allow to tell me about this mission of yours?
は
Oops. Whoops. She stands stock still. Mouth agape as her eyes flit left and right in a complete shock. Well, anyway, I've been carrying my phone on me whenever I go out, see? I reach into my pants pocket and pull out my phone to show her. And it's got plenty of battery left.
これは
You mean? So I probably don't need to worry about helping me.
ということでしょう
Oh my goodness. Is it really that much of a surprise?
ついこの前まで携帯の存
I
在
had
そのも
thought
の
that
を
you
忘れに
used
なって
to
いた
often
ように
forget
思
that
う
you
ので
even
す
own a cell
それ
phone.
なのに
So how did you manage to remember to bring it with you today? Just what the hell just told her? Jeez. Yeah, I'm not sure there is any real explanation for it. I just did.
そうなのですか
But the part that surprises me personally is that we even haven't charged. I like how it's usually just out of the bed, out of the battery, all the time. Is that true? So don't worry yourself over it.
待ち受けがこの前海に行った時の写真です
Oh, look at that. Your wallpaper is a picture from the time we all went to the beach together. Yeah.
こんな写真いつの間に
When did you take this? Back to what I was saying. I close my cell phone. I'll make sure to bring my phone with me anytime I go out somewhere. So you don't have to carry out this mission of yours or whatever.
そうですか
Oh, okay. She looks a bit disheartened. So Susan probably only suggested this to you in the first place because she wanted to prank me. Because she was bored. So don't you feel the time of the day if she asks you to do something similar in the future? Whenever she gets in a mischievous mood, I'm always on the receiving end. Still frowning, Tsukasa looks at me in the eyes and says,
ごめんなさいです
I'm very sorry, Wani-san. You don't need to apologize, but how about this?
はい
Yes? I will give you a job of my own.
本当ですか
Really? Yeah, I call it Operation Find Suzu-san's weakness.
夏目お姉さんの弱点を
Okay, that's a good
で
one.
すか
It's finally the time to get our sweet revenge on her. You want me to find Natsume Onesan's weakness? It's the time to unleash our divine wrath on this mere mortal, which goes by Natsume Suzu. Exactly, we find something we can use against you. It will surely come in handy some other day. Hypothetically, I might be able to put an end to her cheeky pranks once and for all.
お兄さん
Oni-san. Yeah?
あのお姉さん
Are you
に
sure she even
弱
has
点
a
なんてある
weakness?
んですか
Good question. She far exceeds the average person in just about every aspect.
もしかしたら存在しないかもしれないものを探すだなんて
I could potentially end up on a quest to find something that may or may not exist. Tsukasa?
なんだか
That
私
sounds really
ワクワク
exciting.
します
And we managed to get her fired up. Really?
と
Oh,
てつもないや
absolutely.
りがいというも
But
のを感
totally
じます
worth the time and effort. I'm not quite sure why, but she's very pumped up about this. Alright, addressing you with this important task. So don't let me down. Yes, sir. Now, this specially require you to observe Susan in her natural habitat, which is will be extremely difficult to accomplish. Seeing as few senses are as hornet as those of a wild animal. Unless she is buried in a ton of other boxes, which is which is the state that she always seems to be at. Finding her weakness without being caught will be no easy feat, but I believe you can do it, Tsukasa.
はい
Yes,
わ
sir.
かりました
You've got
お
it.
兄さん私は頑張ります
Oni-san. I will do it. I will do my very best. Scampers off down the hallway. Where she's headed, though, I don't know. It's a dinner time at Tsukasa, so make sure you come to the dining room soon. Hopefully she heard me. Alright, after visiting Kana, Kyo, and Tsukasa and informing them about a dinner, I stopped by Suzu-san and Yuma's rooms. Oh, I was supposed to go and wash my face before going to the dinner. This is what I had felt earlier. The thing that I had forgotten. Mia told me to go, do that after she woke me up. To be honest, I do still feel quite drowsy, so I head over to the dressing room where the sink is. I walked to it and Flynn opened the door. And of course, we catched me right in the middle of her changing the clothes. Sorry. I'm really sorry, Mio. My drowsiness has completely gone away, and I'll only visit all the blood in my face. It was an accident. Mia?
言ったわよね
Did I not tell you? Huh?
ノックを忘
Did
れ
I
ない
not
よ
tell
うに
you to knock before entering?
私言ったわよね
It's it's what slipped out of our minds. Like, you know how we are forgetful.
もしかして
What did you forget?
忘れてったの
I said before in resignation. I did. I not. I forgot. My eyes darted around awkwardly. It really was an accident.
あんたって
I
やつ
swear, you're just so... She deeply inhales before continuing.
そもそも
Actually, forget this. She's very visibly having a quell, is in anger, so she doesn't fly into a fit of rage right now.
こういう場合はさっさ
When you
と
walk
ここ
in
から出ていくのが
someone
鉄則
changing,
だと思
you
うけ
don't
ど
stand there and try to apologize. You walk out and shut the door behind you. Huh?
じゃない
Don't stand there
い
and
いから
huh?
早く出て行ってよ
Get out! Scram! I'm sorry. All common sense had apparently escaped me in my state of panic. I'm leaving. As I turn around, I get a bit of a hasty trying to cross the door sill and sleep. Ah! My face lands right in the door. Oh. What happened to your face, Yukon?
なんだか不細工なことに
Doesn't
なっ
look
てる
very
けど。
pretty. Right, I had a bit of a freak accident, you see.
不慮の事
A
故
freak accident?
何それ
What do you mean? It's a great injury that we suffered in a war. You know, in a war with our forgetfulness. Well, Mia is glaring at me. Her face is bright red and Mia's pants were short and our face were pure the casualty of this. Yes, well, things happened, this and that.
なんだよ、二人だけの秘密ってやつ
Ah, a little secret between the two of you, eh? I'm really gonna have to remember to open in the future. Yeah, if you don't remember, we probably might not survive the next time.
さて、今日も張り切って日記を書こうか。
Alright, let's get down to the business and write today's entry. Right.
今日はいろいろあったか
Today
ら
was
書
a
き
very
やすいだろ
eventful day, so you should have no trouble thinking of what to write. Was it that eventful?
幼馴染の着替えを覗いちゃったりとか、そんないろいろがあったから。
Sure it was. Lots of things happened. Like how you peeped on your childhood friend while she was changing clothes. That was an accident, Shinku.
もちろん、それは分かってるよ。
I know it was.
だけど、日記
So
に
you
は
must be
事実だ
faithfully
けを書かなく
honest
ちゃ
and
な。
writing in the
わざと
diary,
だろうと、
which means
わ
no
ざ
line
とじゃな
about
か
it
ろう
being an accident of
嘘は
all
なしだぞ。
otherwise. Honestly, I wish I could just wipe that clean from my memory. I never want to remember that blunder ever again.
それはユーマの自由だけど、覚えておくも忘れてしまうもん。
Well, did you decide to forget it or not as your decision to make?
とにかく次からはノックを忘れないよう
However,
にし
there
ない
is one thing that I think you
こ
ought to
れだけは
remember.
覚えておいた方がいいって
Always
思
knock
う
before
よ。
entering. I pick up my pen to write.
なんだよ、どうした？
What's the matter?
今日も例によっ
Not
て
in
や
the
る
mood
気なし
as
なの
per
か？
usual. I don't know. It just feels a little early to be doing today's diary entry.
そうか？
Or we had dinner earlier than usual and it's not even 8. Isn't this a bit too soon for a bedtime?
別に日記を書くのは寝る
Well,
前じゃ
you
な
don't
いとい
necessarily
けない
have
っ
to
てい
go
う
to
決ま
bed
りはない
once
だ
you
ろ？
finish your diary entry. There's no rule stating as such. You do have a point, but still,
でも
it would be awkward because that's what we usually do after writing the diary's entry for the day. What if something happens in the time after I complete my entry before I go to the bed?
それはその時にまた追加で書けばいいだけだろ？
Then
い
you
いか
can
ら
just jot it
そう愚
down
痴ばかり言っ
as
て
an
ないでさっ
addition.
さと書いて。
Come on now, let's quit in more writing, mister. Fine. I visit my day today. Think of the things I want to remember, and the things I wouldn't mind forgetting. I sort through each memory one by one. Huh? I suddenly hear a clattering noise. What is that? Yuma. Is it an emergency? Hmm?
見ろ
Look,
8番が揺れて
door number 8 is shaking and if I remember this right, the drawer 8 is supposed to be the drawer for the merchant town, like, so. Did something happen to Kana? It is? I turn in the direction of her finger. She's pointing at the cabinet which is linked to a myriad of parallel worlds.
あそこは
That's the drawer
あ
which
の番号は
connects
商
to the
人の
merchant
町だったよ
town,
な
isn't it? Yeah. Sliding up, I will go over to drawer number 8 and open it. As is standard in situation as this, there is a piece of paper folded for ways.
あそこの町はトラブルが多いな
That I'm sure gets itself in a lot of predicaments. Open up the letter and read what is written there.
Oi, Yuma.
Wait, Yuma.
これは
This means you are kidding. What the hell is this? It means that Kana probably get caught up in something really terrible. And by the way, what is going on here? But what are these black marks like? Or is it black trail? And why it looks so abandoned and lost? Like, what just happened here? It's so quiet. Went to the basement right away and traveled to the merchant town. It's the middle of the night here. The most stores still operate during these late hours. It was much more lively the last time we visited this place. Like, oddly enough, though, they're all empty today. The streets are the very picture of a wasteland. Something isn't right here. It's not too peaceful for comfort.
とにかく手紙の差出人の元へ行ってみよう
Either way, we need to go find the sender of the letter at once. Right.
差出人
It
は
was the town
例の
diviner.
占い師だったな
You're also well acquainted with, correct? Yeah. Okay, so Haku is it has got to be alive to be able to send this letter to us. I give her first note before breaking off into a sprint. I pray to God that Kana is alright. What is going on here? Shortly thereafter, I arrived at Haku-san's house, and it also looks like it's covered in this really weird black trail. However, there is a large number of townsfolk surrounding her house, talking amongst themselves. Excuse me, I have received a letter from this residence. I call out to the crowd. Is Haku-san here? Oh, Yuma-san. Alright, at least it's not as half as bad as I thought before. Like, at least we still have some people around, and Haku is still alive. There is a very visible change in her facial expression the moment she sees me. And not a second later, she comes running toward me.
すみませんすみません、私のせいでカナさんが。
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault that this happened to Kana-san. Don't worry. Just take a deep breath and calm down and explain to us whatever is going on here. First, I need to stop her from panicking. I do vaguely remember that there was apparently some beast or fiend that they mentioned the first time we visited the merchant town. In that it was apparently spotted on one of the villages nearby. So is that this wind working? What happened? I read the letter, but I didn't quite understand everything.
すみません、本当にすみません。
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I recall what the message within the letter she sent me was. Only a single sentence was written. Kana's life in danger. What sort of a life fighting danger is Kana in?
それは
Well, I need a second rundown of the current situation. Where is Kana presently? My bad. Where is Kana presently? And is she safe? Know where Kana is right now?
はい、
Yes. And where is she? Hakusan nods before pointing behind herself toward her very own house.
カナさんは今
Right now,
あそこ
Kana-san
に
is
閉じ込められ
trapped
ています。
inside there. What do you mean by trapped? Like, she's trapped?
カナさんとは
I happened
街
to
で
run
偶
into
然お
her
会いした
earlier
のですけど、
as I was out and about in the town. And Kana probably asked you to teach her how to cook. Right. Now that I think of it, Kana told me she was going to be coming here to do some shopping.
はい、
Right.
表通りの屋台
We
で
bumped
買
into
い
each
物中だ
other
った
near
とこ
the
ろでお会い
stalls
しました。
on the main street. She
カ
was
ナさんは
apparently
料
browsing,
理に使え
looking
そうな
ingredients,
材料を探しているとの
seeing
こ
what
と
she
でし
could
た。
use.
そこでいろいろとお話をさせていただいたのですが、この町で
Then
買える
got to
食材
talking
を使
about
っ
the
た
various
料理な
things
どを
and
お教
agreed
え
to
さ
help
せていただくことになり
show
ま
her
して、
how to cook some things using ingredients from our world.
早速
I told her
今
we
日から
could
始めまし
start
ょうかと
today,
う
and so
ちへ案
invited
内
you
した
back
の
to
です
my
けれど、
house. Hakusan then rounds and hands her hat.
カナさんとうちに帰ると
We arrived
留
back.
守番に残した
I
レン
found
が
Ren, who
知
was
らない男の人と話していたんで
at
す。
home this entire time, talking to some strange man. A strange man, you said?
はい、一目でわかりました。あれは良くないものだと。
Hold on a second. Is it the very same man that slaughtered all these wolves back then when we were searching for Ren? Like, Yes, I knew right away that something wasn't right.
だから急いで町の男の人たちに駆けつけてもらったんですけど、
So I went and fetched some man from around town to come help. Apparently, Haku-san returned with the man only to find that the strange man had kidnapped Kana now instead of Ren. Why? Why did this happen? Who is this man? Why did Ren left him inside the house and why was she talking to him? And why did he have to take Kana hostage?
あんなに 知らない人を
I
家
just
に
don't
あげちゃい
understand.
けないって
When you
言っ
have
て聞
taught
かせてい
Ren
たのに
not to let strangers into the house.
あれからレンは
Ever since that
私の言うこ
incident,
とを全然
that
聞
time
い
ago,
て
she
くれな
hasn't
く
been
て
listening to a word I say. Which incident?
お恥ずかしい
It's a
話
bit
ですが
embarrassing for me to admit
少し
this,
前に
but do you
山で
remember when
レ
she
ンが
got
行方不
lost
明
in
に
the
なっていて
mountains a while
そう
back?
いうことがあったのを覚えていらっしゃいますか
Yes, I do.
あれからレンは
Since then, she has been
私に
acting a
ちゃ
little
んと
disobedient
口を聞
toward
いて
me.
くれないというかなので
That's why she
今
stayed
日はお買い
home
物にも
today.
一緒に
Just
つい
coming
てきてく
shopping
れず
with me like she
一
usually
人でお留
does.
守番だったんです
I think I understand the situation well enough. So Ren was initially captured, but instead of you, Kana is being held hostage inside the house?
はいその通りで
Yes,
す
exactly.
そういうことになります
That's what happened.
違うよ
No, it's not. A small hat suddenly pokes out from between Haku's legs.
違うよお兄ちゃん
That's not what happened,
そうじゃないよ
Oni-chan. Believe me. Can you explain for me, Ren?
おじさんは
That
そん
man
な
isn't
の
a
じゃ
bad guy.
ないんだよ
That man, what are you referring to?
私を助け
That
てく
old
れた
man,
お
he
じさん
saved me.
山
Saved
の
me
中
when I
で
was
山
gonna
犬に
get
食べられ
gobbled
ちゃ
up
うか
by
も
the
しれない
mountain
時に
bulls.
助けてくれたの
Right, the mountain bulls. Specifically, this was when she had gotten injured in the mountains and couldn't move her legs. If I recall correctly,
山犬とい
we
う動
found
物のも
numerous
のらし
dead
い死
wolves
骸がそこら中に
carcasses
散らばって
scattered
いたんだ
around the vicinity.
そしてその時
We asked
確かレンは
and
こう言った
insisted
んだ
that an old man had saved
お
her
じさ
from
んが
them.
助けてくれたからって
The old man saved you?
そうだよ
That's right.
おじさんはいい
He's
人
a
な
good
の
person.
みんなが言うみたいに
Everyone
悪
says
い
he's
人じゃ
bad,
ないんだよ
but they're all wrong. I think I somewhat see the picture here. So when the old man attacked Ren, or well, when he appeared to be attacking Ren, he went off to call for help, and during that time, Anna tried to save Ren. That angered the man, or maybe it didn't, but either way, he then took Anna hostage in Ren's place and barricaded the two of them inside the house. I assume that's the general sequence of events that happened.
はいそれで
Yes,
問題はないと思います
That's everything. Alright, Alright, we have quite a mess to deal with in our hands. In that case, our first priority is to question the man and hear his motives. Either he has clear ones, or only did this out of a desperation because he was backed into a corner. Anyhow. We know that Kana stepped in to save Ren.
はい
Yes,
あの
that man
男
is
は
clearly a normal
明らか
person.
に異常なものでしたからだから違うよ
Yes, he is. He came to see me and we were just chatting. But you still badmouth him and refused to listen to me.
おじさんのこと悪く言うからだからおじさんは
That's why he
外
couldn't
に出
leave
てこれ
the
なくなっ
house.
ちゃっただけだよそれならそうだ
He
って
means
素
no
直
harm.
に出てくれ
Then
ば
why
いいだけでしょ
why can't he
それな
simply
の
come
に
out and
どうし
say
てあ
that
の
to
男の
us?
人はこんなこ
Why
と
does
を
he
す
need
る
to
の
go through this whole farce?
それは
Well, that's because she is a human and
あ
that
のお姉ちゃ
startled the
んは
old
人
man,
間
so
だ
he
から
excuse me,
お
do you
じ
think
さん
it
び
would
っ
be
くりし
alright
ちゃって
for me to have a look at what is happening in there? I had to interrupt their conversation, but I'm worried for Kana's well-being.
はい
Yes,
それで
we'll
はご
accompany
一緒
you.
に
Haku-san and I approach the house and peer inside through a wooden window. My face inevitably twists in agony. The smell is absolutely revolting, it's downright putrid.
それは正気と呼ばれるものです
We call that gas you see in there miasma. Miasma? I looked over the window and see a jet black mist slowly shifting from Haku-san's house. And good god, is it a full smell? What is that?
ともかく
For the time
うち
being,
の中を
just
ご覧に
look
なってく
deeper
ださい
inside. I'll explain
そ
to
れ
you
から
after
お
that.
話をしようと思います
I hit your words and look through the window. Hello? Why he's looking like that? That must be him. I spot a single man sitting in front of the fireplace with one knee up. He looks somewhat like a vagabond. At least from my viewpoint, he certainly doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would come here for a pleasant chat. Whatever the case, the entire inside of this putrid-smelling house is stained dark black. The floor, the walls, the ceiling, even the very air itself. Here, there, and everything, it's black mist and this meshy solid which almost looks like a tar. The jet black sludge clings to the walls and the floors like a dust, and screams and gurgles with human-like movements. Dark mist seems to be a product of the man's exhaling. So he emits this black mist, which is miasma. Kana? She's lying down lifelessly by the man's side.
あの空気に触られたのか。息は
This piece is definitely having an
してるみ
effect
た
on
いだけ
you.
ど、
She's still breathing.
これ以上あそこ
It
に置
seems
いてお
but
くの
prolonged
は危ない
exposure
な。
could put your health in a serious jeopardy. Right. Let us simplify the situation at hand. What we need to do is get Kana out of here. There are many obstacles to accomplishing that, but for now, that's what we need to focus on. Damn them. Huh? Damn them. Damn them. The jet black mist grows thicker. My facial muscles contort as the repulsive stench strengthens. Damn them. Damn them. Damn the humans. What is he talking about? Ah! The man clutches his heart in agony as he begins to grind his teeth against each other. To his side, a katana sticks out from the tatami. It's badly chipped and stained with dried blood. I turn back to Haku-san. What is that thing? I hate to offend Ryan, but that man is definitely not in any normal state.
あれは
He's more than likely to refer to as a fiend.
と呼ばれるものだと思います。
A fiend?
はい。
Yes,
私も
that's my
こう
first
して見るのは
scene
初
one,
めて
but
ですけど、
this one is
間違
undoubtedly
いないと
one.
思います。
Fiends are the embodiment
正
of
確には
hatred and
たたり
malice.
神と言いますが、私たち妖
It's
怪
like
の
a
間で流
disease
行る
that
病気
leads
のような
us
ものなんです。
special creatures,
流行り
almost like an
病と申しましょう
epidemic
か。
in a sense. What do you mean by that?
簡単に言うと、
In simple
心
terms,
の病です。
fiends suffer from an affliction of the mind.
私たち人でないものの力の源であります揚力は
A spiritual
その
power that
心のあ
derives
りよう
its
が
potency
そ
from
の
our
まま
minds.
その力へと
In other words,
要する
mental
に
power is
揚
transformed
力へ
into
と
a
変換
spiritual
され
one.
てしまう人間以上
Is
に
that a sense
そうい
we
った
possess
側
a
面が
certain
強いの
strength
で
that
す
humans don't
そういう生き物なのです
our very
私たち
nature.
はですから
However, it
心が
also
乱れ
means
ると
that if
力
our
も
mind
乱れ
becomes
るし
disturbed,
その影響で
then
存在
so
そ
do
のも
our
のも
powers,
歪ん
and
でしま
when
う
our
ことがあ
powers go
る
awry, there is a chance that our very being will warp and transform.
憎しみ
Loving,
悲しみ
sadness,
怒り
anger,
妬み
jealousy, envy.
そねみ
These all are examples of
そういった
emotions that are
感情が
purely negative and
害悪にしか
self-destructive.
ならないというわけです
So, if I'm getting this right, what she's talking about is that this man get overwhelmed by all these negative emotions and but nuts because of them. Like, is that what happened with him?
そうして
So if
心の
one's
重さ
mind
が
becomes
積み重な
loaded
って
and
出来
loaded
上
with
がる
such
のに
so negative emotions, become sick and transform into a living embodiment of hatred. I think
そうです
Yes,
そういうことになります。
that is what
こ
happens.
れは
Every
私
single
たち
one of
妖怪に
our
は
kind is
誰
a
に
risk
で
of
もあ
this
り得る話
without
なんです。
exception.
そうして
And
カ
once
タ
we
リンの落ちた
transform
妖怪
into
は
Fiend,
二度と
there's
元
no way
に
for
は
us to
戻らな
return
い。
back to our normal.
あれは
It's an incurable
そういう病
illness.
なんです。
I see.
タタリは妖怪の身であれば誰にでも起こりうるとは言っても、そう簡単に訪れる
Any
心
spirit
の
that can
変化
become
で
a
は
Fiend,
ないは
yes.
ずなのです。
But this mental
よっ
metamorphosis
ぽどの
is not something that
心の
occurs
痛みが
easily.
ない限
It
り
can
は
only happen
あ
when
りえない。
the mind is subjected to an excruciating amount of pain. That's why I believe that a man is
あの男
they
は
must have
相
a
当の
very
恨
heavy
みを
grudge
抱え
of
てい
some
るんだ
sort.
と思います。
I recall the words I had heard uttered from the man's mouth earlier. Do you think he holds a grudge against humans? Damn them. He had said, damn the humans.
人間が憎い。
Damn the humans, yes. I
そう
think
か
you
も
may
し
be
れません。
onto something.
今冷静になって思い返してみれば、あの男は
Thinking back,
私が家
the
に
man
帰った
looked
時は
perfectly
普
normal
通でし
when
た。
I arrived back with
でも
Kana-san
カナさんを見るな
initially,
り
but
形相が
the
変わり、
second he got sight of
あんな
you,
にも
his
生
facial
々しい
expression
匂いを
drastically
発する
changed
ように
and
なった
he
のです
began
から。
emitting that sinister stench.
そう、
Right,
そうです
it
ね。
had to have been a
そ
trigger.
れで間
There's
違
no
いない
other
でしょう。
explanation for it.
レンの言う通り、
I may be right.
私は
Buying
騒ぎす
it
ぎ
too
たの
much
か
and
も
made
しれ
the
ま
wrong
せん。
judgment. If
問
I
題
simply
は
gotten
人
Kana-san
間のカナ
away
さん
from
を
the
う
house,
ちから遠ざ
and
けれ
this
ば
whole fiasco
す
could
んな
have
り
been
解
avoided.
決したのかもしれません。
I mean, it's not like he. I mean, it's not like she knew that something like this gonna happen. If she will, she went and called for the help. In a retrospect, I don't believe I actually sensed any malice in that man's actions
レン
toward
では
them.
なく、
It was only
人
directed
間
toward
である
Kana-san.
カナさんに対して憎悪を見せたのだと、そう理解できましたけど。だけど、
But she bites her lips in frustration.
うち
What
に帰
mother
っ
would
て
be
きた
able
ら、
to
うちの
take
中
out
に
after
全く
coming
知ら
home
ない
and
男が
seeing
いて、
some stranger inside and
その
talking to
男
their
が
child?
自分の子供と話していたなんて状況を前にして、冷静でいられる母親なんて、私はともかく
Anyhow,
あ
when
の
that man
男が
set his eyes
人
on
間のカナ
Kana-san,
さんを
a
見た
human,
時に
his mental state
心
must
の
have been
臨界
pushed
点を超えて
past
し
the
まった
boiling
のかも
point
しれません。
and he transformed into a fiend.
たたりとして安
Right,
全にな
and
ったのかもしれま
I
せ
must
ん。
have thought he was attacking Ren too, which is why she stepped in to help and ultimately got captured by the man. She jumped out of the frying pan and right into the fire. However, she's still alive, which means we may be able to negotiate with this Fiend. But the problem is we also human, like. So how we possibly could do this without triggering the man?
あの、
Yuma-san,
ユーマさん、
is the manager still away?
今管理人さんはいらっしゃらないのですよね。あれは
Not even the
この町
strongest
の手だれたち
our
に
kind can
手
defeat a
に負え
Fiend.
ない相手です。でも
But
あ
even
の
if
方なら
failing
も
the
しかしたらタタリを力で退治することは難しくても
brute force is
適
impossible,
切な
I thought
何
that
か
maybe
しら
just
の
maybe the
方法で
manager would know
それ
of
を可
some
能に
other
して
way.
くれるのではないかとそう思ってい
Yeah,
た
knowing
んです
him,
けど
he probably could have come up with something, but I'm afraid that we simply don't have the time for this. And Kana would just die in meantime we're gonna search for the manager. If only we had access to his secret powers right now. But there is no point in dwelling in what ifs. As acting manager, I will just have to do something myself. What? Haku-san.
はい
Yes, do you know of anything that I could use to protect myself? I'm going to go in there and fetch Kana, and I would like to do it without causing a fuss, if at all possible. I'm aware that it's probably more than wishful thinking on my part. I assume that this can be solved amicably. It doesn't look like someone who can be eased with, so I want to prepare myself for every eventuality. Haku-san looks at me resolutely, asking me to wait a second. She then was off to discuss something with the people in the crowd. After a moment or two, somebody from the crowd runs off before coming back almost immediately. Haku-san takes what he has brought back with him before returning back to me.
こんなものしかありませんが
That's all we
ど
have.
うでしょう
Will it suffice? And it's a sword. It's a single katana. But well, it's better than nothing. Thank you, this should do it. Okay, in the worst case scenario, we at least can defend ourselves with this. After taking the sword, I begin to formulate my strategy. What would be the best way to get Kana out of there safely?
お願いします
Please,
状況はどうあれ
regardless of
カナさん
video
がレンを
was a
助けてくださったん
mistake
で
or
す
not, Kana-san saved
お願いし
Ryan,
ます
so please,
カナさん
please save him.
を助けてください
Hana then step a foot forward in this gravel. Shinku, please watch over me. Oh boy, and here we go. I suddenly stride through the door sill and enter the house. Almost immediately I scrunch my face in front of the rotten door preventing this room.
大丈夫かユーマ
Alright, Yuma. You're
震え
shaking.
てるぞ
I don't know, Shinku. I think I'm alright, to be quite honest. I'm scared. In all my experience, I've only ever had to face off against other humans. Yet this is some inhuman monster. I've definitely never had to fight against a Fiend before, so I think I'm allowed to be at least a little nervous. I have no idea what to reveal and would work against an enemy of this nature. There's plenty of reason to be tense. I mean, no wonder we are tense, like... especially with that thing that they showed on the CGI before. Even so, I know that I have to get Kana out of here at all costs. That alone remains clear to me.
ユーマ相手が話し合いを成立できないものと前提して話すけど
Yuma, supposing that this is incapable of rational conversation, Shunko suddenly lowers her voice to a whisper. Hmm?
何か賞賛で
Do
も
you
ある
think
の
you have got any chance whatsoever of beating it? I can't guarantee it will work, but I do have a plan.
そうなのかそれはどんなのだ
What is it? Basically, I survive until that thing stops moving. Plain and simple. It's always best to avoid making things too needlessly complex and...
そんなの
You
は作
call
戦
that a
とは言えな
plan
い
with grief.
ただの無鉄砲って言うんだよ
Pure reckless abandon. It doesn't even sound like a plan. It may be, but even so... I slowly closed the door behind me. I can't turn back now. Why would I have any intention of doing so if I could? I moved forward a couple of steps. The shoulders of the man turned, Fiend sitting in front of the sunken fireplace twitched as I alert him of my presence. He seems to be regarding me with a caution. I have come to take the girl back. Do you understand? The one lying unconscious next to you. Here. If you abide by my request, then I'll be willing to listen to any demands you may have. What do you say? It's a fair compromise, one in which no one has to get hurt. However, the man remains silent, eyeing me intently with those tiny slanted irises. Alright then. There is my answer. I better come to a quick decision. Conversation seems to be off the table. I hold the hilt of my sword at ready, prepared to draw it on a moment's notice. The plan is sealed to survive until he stops moving. So that's what I'm gambling on, so please, watch over me and protect me, Shinku. As long as Shinku stays by my side, I won't die, no matter what befalls me. Not until my memories run dry.
ユーマ、私はそんな作戦には賛成しかね
I do not approve of that plan. Got any better idea then? I can't think of any. I know how powerful my foe is, but I would wager that he is stronger than me in every facet. I think the glance at his form is enough to tell me so. I'm a mere apprentice, as it stands. I'm still in training. I'm incapable. If we take Susan, my teacher, be 100%, then my combat progress would be probably sit at a measly third of that. My foe on the other hand is a Fiend. I don't even know if Susan would be able to fell the monstrosity that stands before me. I, with my raw abilities, wouldn't even stand a chance. Which means my only choice is to utilize some outside factor which can keep the odds in my favor, which is to sacrifice our memories to be able to pull off ability to use ridiculous regeneration and just outlive the Fiend. I need to make use of Shinku's magic. My weapon here is my silence, ability to heal off and any hit.
その作戦はユーマ、自分の体をボロボロにされることを前提としたも
You
のだ
must,
ろ
matter how you slice it, this plan involves you bringing about serious physical harm to yourself. I think you should reconsider your options. Find something more practical. There's no time, Shinku. You know that, we have to act now. Khan is in a serious danger. You don't have the freedom to bite our time and try to figure out what the most optimal plan is.
ユーマの言うことはわかる
I know, I really
よく
do,
わかる
but I'm not denying that you're
おそら
right.
くそれ
It's
が
just,
正しいだけど
do you really want to leave Kana in the state she is now?
そんなことは言っちゃい
Of
ない
course
し思
not,
っ
and
ても
that
いない
isn't
ただ
at all what
私
I
は
said. My concern is just, this is my job. I have to ensure the safety of the dorm, all the dorm residents. As the acting manager,
私はお前の記
I
憶を
want
守
us
り
to
たいだ
protect
け
your
なんだ
memories,
よ
Yuma. I want
ユ
you
ーマが
to
ユー
lose
マのま
who
ま
you
でい
are.
てほしいだけなんだ
Be that as it may. I draw my blade from its sheath and hold it in my hand. Nothing will come out of us standing here discussing things. Every second we spent is a second wasted. I've come this far, so it's either do or die. Damn them. Damn them. First analyze the Fiend before me. Damn the humans. It keeps shouting the same thing over and over, with bloodshot eyes. Crouched down with my sword in hand, I shoot the monster a glare.
もう一度聞こ
I
う
will ask you one final time,
Yuma.
Yuma. Are you really going to
どうし
go
てもやるんだな
with this? Yes. I know it.
仕方がない
Fine, we will use my power to aid you.
ユーマ
Yeah,
私の
isn't
力
that
を
what I
使おう
said we would be doing?
そうじゃない
I'm not referring to your
私の力の
proposal. Well, that my
もう一つ
power
の
has
効果
one
だ
other effect. Huh?
あいつに使うんだ
We'll use my power on this
私の
creature's
力を
mind.
あいつの心に
Its mind?
私の言っている意味はわ
Do
か
I
る
need to
な
elaborate or
Yuma.
do you understand? I understand. I recall the second effect of Shingu's power of absolute healing. Which is, yesterday she explained it to me. When I was writing my diary, she began by saying she was going to give me a test, although it turned out into more of a lecture. Shiku's power is isn't only able to be applied to external wounds, but to the internal ones, basically to the brain, and with that we would be able to heal to fix his mental state, like I flick through HDLs regarding it in my mind, as though I'm carefully turning the pages of a diary. The second effect of her power, and diverse side effects required for its usage. Shiku's power, it has the ability to mount mental scars as well.
そう。私の力を心に使うと、精神的なトラウマや悪癖や
Indeed,
過去の
to
辛い経
activate
験
my
だと
power in
か、
somebody's mind,
そういった
you can
心
heal
の痛
damage
みを治
caused
癒
by
するこ
mental
とがで
trauma,
きる。
harmful tendencies, and negative experiences from the past, among other things. But how it works, like, are we gonna wipe his memories clean?
だが、こ
However,
の力の
this is
使
an
い方をす
additional
るには、
condition when
条
using this
件がさら
power.
に加わ
You
り、
must absorb a portion of the pain
治癒する相手の
that
心
you're
の
elevating
痛
the
み、
person of.
その一部を
This way, in my
ユ
opinion,
ーマがだからこれは治
as
癒と
in
いうより
healing
も
someone, would be more apt to say that their pain is being
互い
transferred
の
to you.
心と心とを移動させると、そういった方がまだ正しいかもしれない。
Oh crap! So you'll be absorbing all the hatred and pain this man felt. And apparently humans caused to him.
それに加え
And
て、
in addition to
さ
that,
らに外傷を
that
修
sets up
復する
a
より
much
も
larger portion
ず
of
っと
her memories
多くの記憶を
compared
消
to
費し
when
てしまう。
you use this power in
そ
external
れが代
wounds.
償だ。
That's a heavy price you pay.
心を病んでしまった
If
結
a
果
fiend
が
is
たたり
born
という
from
な
a
ら、
severe
それを相手にす
illness
るに
of the
は、
mind,
この
then
力の
I
使い
think
方
that
が
submitted
最
would be a
善だと
much
思うん
safer
だ。
option. As than trying to
戦
attack
っ
it
て
with
力で
brute
押しの
force,
けるのではなくて、
use this power to heal its mind.
心を治癒するという方法が
And maybe we would be able to save the man.
うまくいけば、
If all goes
も
well,
しかしたら
maybe
話し合
able
い
to
が
bring
成立す
him
るく
back.
らい、あいつを
This
正
way
気
he
に
can
戻すことが
converse
でき
normally
るかも
with
し
you.
れない。このまま無意味な特攻を仕掛けて、
I would
無
much
駄に記
recommend
憶を
this
消費してしま
over
うより、
recklessly
ずっ
throwing
といいん
yourself
じゃ
at
ない
him
か
and
なって
sacrificing your memories
私は
over and
思うん
over
だ。
again. Yeah.
とにかく、
Well, Yuma,
ユーマ、
are you ready?
覚悟は決
For
まった
what?
か。傷ついた心
When
に
you use
力を
this
使う
power
と、
on a
そ
damaged
の
mind,
心が持つ
we'll
痛
gain
み
a
の原
window
因となってい
to
るものを
the
術者
source
であ
of
るユー
that
マが垣
person's
間見る
pain.
ことになる。それは当然
This
だ
is
と言え
totally
ば当然の
natural.
流れだ。
Think about it rationally.
ユーマが治癒
As
する
well, you're
心の痛
required
み
to
の一
absorb
部
a
を
portion of the
引き受け
person's
なくてはい
mental
けない
pain
のだから。
that you heal.
まずはその痛みそのものを
Without
知
the
らない
first
ことには
knowing what the
引
pain
き
is,
受け
you
られる
cannot
ものも
take
引
it.
き受けられないから。
So what exactly are you saying? She's saying that you gonna see, if we are gonna see the flashback of what happened to this man.
相手はたたりとかいう正体不明だ。心を重
Your
篤に
enemies
合
say
わせた
Fiend
結果が
an abomination that you know nothing of. It's
そ
a
の
very
痛
mental
みを一部
affliction.
でも背負うだけの覚悟はあるのかってことだよ。
Turned that man into this creature. I prepared to absorb a portion of its pain. I told you earlier, you don't have the time to worry about those things. I need to get Kana out of here as soon as possible. That is my top priority right now. Honestly speaking, even if my soul does just a portion of this polluted mind, I can just forget the associated memories. It's a simple case of whether I decide to write them in my diary or not. She could survive that too. That's why she is urging me to use this power. Although we do truly have no other option, I suddenly feel a bit more appreciation for the tedious task I do of writing in the diary nightly.
わかった。
Alright. She's asking the resignation.
それなら、
What you will,
あいつの体に
what you
指
will need
一
to do
本
is
でもい
touch
い。
its body.
触れ
Anyway,
ることが
I
で
mean
き
just
た
a
な
thing you
ら、
will do.
その瞬間
The
に
moment you
力
make a
を
physical
私が
contact,
使おう。
I will activate my power. Got it. All you need to do is heal a fiend. Touch the fiend, that's all. I doubt it's gonna be that simple. But at least we have the sword with us. Guess I didn't need the sword after all. As I peer in the tatami's florid room. With almost a mechanical reaction speed, the Fiend suddenly spins into action. Huh? In the blink of an eye, it's pulled out the sword that was suppling the tatami and closed the gap between us. Ah! Whoa, this is I like this CGI. It differs a lot in aside from pretty much everything else in the full game, but it looks sick. With a beast like a scream, it aims the tip of its blade before swinging it downward in a straight line toward my heart. The sword effortlessly rips through the wall, resilient everything in its path which had shielded me. Without a delay, I used my own blade to defend myself against the Fiend's attack. As sparkles fly as the swords clash and clank. What inhuman strength! The force is so overwhelming that I can only attribute it to a pure luck that my sword and body weren't clipped cleanly in two. This is unreal. No human could hope to produce this kind of freakish strength, and you had no hope of defeating it with my raw strength alone. However, the Fiend is alright within arm's reach. I have to use Shinku's power. As the situation stands now, though, I won't be landing a finger on it anytime soon. I have to master up every bit of the strength my body has just to keep his blade at bay. Damn it, he's so strong. My 14 falters. Faced with intense pain and pressure, I press to place one of my knees on the ground. Slowly but surely, second by second, its blade begins to cut through mine. Whoa, it's gonna cut our blade in half. Eventually cuts through and digs into my shoulder. A sharp searing pain proceeds to shoot from my body. Still, this is advantageous for me. My target is mere centimeters away from me. I should be able to touch it from this distance. I suddenly extend my left hand toward the Fiend's body. However, it reacts with a loud cry upon noticing. Perhaps on instinct or perhaps by mere coincidence. Regardless, my fingertips let me higher breaths away from touching his body. My face endures an immense impact, and I'm sent flying. The Fiend smashed me out with its knee. The force of it sends my body crashing through the wall of the house and tumbling out into the main road. Even after screaming out in excruciating pain and agony, I regain the composure and touch my face to assess the damage. A compound fracture in my face and damage to my spine. That's one hellish beast we deal with. On top of that, I have broken my back. I'm glad that we at least have a healing power to help ourselves, but like it's crazy that this Fiend is really so strong, like that it's literally able to set us flying just like that. The sheer intensity of the pain threatens to sever my consciousness from me. Yuma! As Shrink was shouting, my vision decreased once more. With it coming, she heals my injuries without a moment's delay. Thanks. I wiped the blood from my face. I can only wonder how many memories that costed me. But I can worry about that later. Not the time. I just touched it, Shinku. Did you manage to activate your power?
悪い
I'm sorry.
相手の動きが
It's a
思ったよ
moment
り
so
速
much
くて
too quick for me to
今の接
follow.
触では力を使えなかった
So I wasn't able to use it in a time. It's time for round 2.
できるか
Can you manage? Agota. Swaying from side to side with each step, the Fiend emerges from the interior of the house, dragging the shiny injured black miasma along with it. I kill you. Oh shit, I messed up. I had carelessly dropped my weapon when I tumbled out earlier. And it now lies directly between me and the Fiend. I look eyes with the deadly creature. Then in unison we both look at the short line on the ground between us. Not on our watch. I make a quick dash to retrieve it. Dang. The Fiend also dashes toward it at almost the same time. Unfortunately, my speed doesn't even compare. The Fiend rushes forward with the agility of a draft of a wind. I won't make it. I'm far too slow to be able to beat it and pick the sword up first. In that case, I will just have to do this. So be it. Yuma? This all too much damn trouble. I don't rely on the sword or your power. It's time to try out something Susan taught me ages ago. I kick my heel and sprint over the Fiend, which is in the process of picking up my sword. I jump to the Fiend's side to the arm that is holding the sword. After grappling that arm between my legs, I then twist my body in the midair and pull my enemy down to the ground. Sweet. I never actually used this in the combat, but I think I managed to pull it off. Yo, we even got any moves. Using its arm and my hips as leverage. You don't need to use your power anymore, Shinku. Or just to preserve my memories this time around. I then stretch out my body. What I hear next is the sound of something being ripped apart. Ah! Damn it, this is no easy move. Almost immediately, after Susan took me under her wing, she taught me various combat methods so that I could hold my own during jobs in the took in our own world, including grappling techniques. And they finally come handy at this very crucial moment. Only now, as I find myself in the middle of life or death struggle, half of those memories come back to me. I mean, at least it's better than never. However, after the countless practice sessions I went through, they must have been burned into my muscle memory, as my body seemed to know exactly what to do. Wait, hold on. I sort of feel that Susan might not have actually taught me anything. Instead, all of that knowledge I received from reading the martial arts books that I found in her room. I do recall her once telling me that I could master near anything within a book about it. My memory is kinda fuzzy, but that isn't important right now. It doesn't matter who or where I learned this technique from, only need one use out of it. Ah! My surprise attack is a success. As a result, the joint defense armor breaks. Now that I have got the Fiend on the ground, I have to keep it bent and immobile. Quickly moving around to its backside, I have my arms around its windpipe. It's as tight as I can. Clinging to onto its back with the stubborn persistence of a small child, I carry out my technique. The Fiend rushes about. It struggles to try and get me off its back, smashing me against the house wall, against the ground, and over. Die already, you bastard! Yeah, it's one hell of persistent bastard here. Using my teeth, I twisted snack as hard as I can. Just die already, like. Ah! I've lost all the power in my body, into my arms. After approximately a minute of squeezing, I finally feel that snack a crack. With that, the Fiend collapses. He falls face first onto the pavement with a thud. Did we kill it? After letting go, I take a step back from the body. Did I get it? The Fiend isn't budging at all. The jet black miasma floating in the air begins to dissipate. Phew. Exhausted, I sink down to my knees. I'm so beat. You're looking townsfolk wrapped with the cheers.
よくやった。まさか私の力を使わずに勝つなんて思わなかった。
But I think we were pretty cool that he like it wouldn't be exaggeration to say that. Like I totally expected us to use Shinku's power and go and try to fix his mental state, but instead we literally did over him fair and square with our own fists. You did it, Yuma. I never thought you would be able to win without using my power. Me neither. All in all, I got lucky. I should count my lucky stars today. If fortune hadn't favored me, then I would be dead right now. I'm not watching from afar as the townspeople gather around the Fiend's corpse. Thanks God I remembered Susan's secret techniques. I hope what I have thought that they would come in handy now. It really is crazy. There was she had actually taught me fast combat techniques when I was a kid. Actually, on the second thought, something doesn't add up here. Maybe I just read it in a book. Well, no matter. Either way, I ought to be grateful for her for being such a good teacher.
結局は私の力を使わず
You
に
managed
済
to
ん
win
だな。
without using my power in the end.
私としては
Personally, I think
この結果が一
that
番
is
いい
by
ん
the
だ。
far the best conclusion we could have hoped for. Actually, I did use it once.
そうだな。
You did, but I was
私が言
referring
ってる
to
の
the
は
fact that
たたりの心
you
に
didn't use
力を
the
使わ
power
ず
on
に
the
済ん
Fiend's
だなっ
mind.
てことなんだよ。
Yeah. In all truthfulness, I wasn't fully prepared to use it, but somehow I still managed to emerge triumphant while expanding as few of my memories as possible. So I'm not worried about it. Yeah, this time we could be proud of ourselves. Like. We did the best we could, and even went above and beyond. So this time I'm impressed with Yuma, like I'm actually impressed. Yuma-san. Alright. Yeah, just a little burnout. I smell Riley. So I had to ask this of you. Also, I didn't expect to have full-blown battle in this chapter. Like, they definitely caught me off guard with this. I had to ask this of you, but could you take care of Kana for me? Yes, of course. Chance into the house to retrieve the unconscious Kana. I wonder. Who do you think the man who turned into that Fiend was? What relationship did he have with Ren? And even after everything, we still don't have any answers.
それは
You could ask
ねえ
Ren
本人に
directly.
聞いてみればいいじゃないか。
True. I searched my surroundings for her.
おじさん。
Mister. Ren is standing stock still, staring at the Fiend's corpse with a forlorn look in her eyes. I can't even begin to imagine what emotions she is feeling right now. Ren. As I try to call out to her, Haku-san returns.
ユーマさん
Yuma-san.
カナさんは
Kana-san
無事みたいで
appears
す
to be alright. The
今
local
町
doctor
のお
is
医者様に
checking
念
her
の
just
た
in
め見
case,
ても
but
らっていますが
there shouldn't be
何
anything
も
for us
心
to
配な
worry
さるこ
about.
とはないと思います
That's good news. Few Kana-san unharmed. What a relief. That's the most important thing right now. Thank you so much. Relief fills my mind as the tension washes out of my body all at once.
こちらこそ
No,
今回も
thank
ご
you.
迷惑をおかけして
I got you caught up in this whole ordeal. Then focusing on us, please listen to what Arena has to say. I'm sure she has important details to share with us.
はいわかりました
But is my girl hesitant here to speak? I think she's clearly traumatized. Yes, of course. Haku-san bows deeply and then... Huh? My nose catches a whiff of a false stench. Oh no. What is that? Ah! The skin runs out. I turn around instantaneously. What in there? Down smoke surrounding the Fiend's corpse. I've been flung up into the air, one after another. The fact that I stood there in a walk for a second was so fatal, a bother on my part. The shadowy figure charges toward me, moving down everything in its path. Only when it's within striking range do I notice. Damn them! Damn them! Ah! Its sword plunges straight into my stomach. Humans. Humans. Damn humans. After receiving this painful blow, I collapse onto the floor. The Fiend then startles me. The whole sequence of events happened in the span of a few seconds. I had completely and utterly let my guard down. My foe is no man, nor it has been human in nature. I was a fool to think a normal Capri move would be enough to topple a monster like this. I should have killed it without a shadow of a doubt. Only I have fought to sever its heart. Die! Die! Ah! The Fiend twists and turns the blade protruding from my skin. Every organs have been minced. Cough. I heave and vomit up dark blood. I kill you. Fucking hell. I'm touching it. Right now I'm touching the Fiend. Go figure. It looks like I will have to rely on Shingo's power after all. Ah. The scent of disinfectant fills the air. Forgive me, mister. I need to have a peek into your minds. Humans. Damn them. Damn the humans. I fall into the depths of a deep dream. And we have a nice transition here, but now is the time to delve into his memories. This is a dream. Yes, I'm currently dreaming. It hurts. A voice reverberates throughout the darkness. It hurts. Nobody noticed me. Nobody looks at me. This is the voice of a nameless spirit. Why must I be so lonely? It hurts. Without a name, he has no insight into the circumstances for his birth. His soul is small, his existence feeble. He has neither purpose nor direction. It hurts. It hurts. Being all alone, it hurts too much. He was born in an old wayside shrine. This fell deeper within the mountainside and forgotten by all. He had neither parents nor siblings. No friends, no acquaintances. He was truly and utterly alone. His only companions were the darkness and a singular thought once offered upon the shrine. He knew neither who offered it nor the reason for doing so. All he knew was the darkness and his own hazy consciousness. That was his entire world. His life had no meaning. His very existence was nothing but a waste of space. He often wondered to himself, why was I born into this world? Why? Why? Why is this world so dark, so cold, so suffocating? It hurts, it hurts. He spent day after day huddled in a corner of the dark room, questioning the misfortunes of solitude. One day, however,
神様
is it a Kana? God! For the first time since being born into this world and living however many years, or however few days he had,
神様
God, please, I beg of you.
どうかお願いし
He
ます
opened his eyes in the darkness to feeble quivering voice.
明日も無事
Please
に
make sure I live
過
through
ごせます
tomorrow.
ように
Lured by the voice he heard, the man gingerly peered out into the blighting world beyond the darkness of his shrine room. Thereupon he saw a small girl.
お願い
Oh, never mind.
お願い
It's,
します
please, please. She had provided an offering and was praying fervently at the shrine belonging to the man. There were tears in her eyes. Her hands were clasped together in prayer. Cheeks wetted by her continuous crying.
お願いします
Please,
どうか
please save me from that place.
助けてください
But why she sounds so like Kana? Or how he wanted to speak to the girl. But it was all for naught. He couldn't translate his feelings into the words. Hello there? He wanted to say. Or perhaps, what is your name? He wanted to ask. Why are you so sad, little girl? He wanted to know. All he wanted was to speak to her and ask her. But he couldn't not. He gave up, telling himself that his quiet voice would never reach the ears of the little girl. Into the darkness he retreated and closed his eyes. It hurts. Just like every other night, he was all alone.
神様
God. The next day came and the girl visited once more. She gave a small bread pan as an offering and folded her hands in the prayer. Please, God,
神様
please, let me live through tomorrow.
明日も無事に
God,
過ごせますように
God. He did not truly understand what this word meant. God. He repeated it over and over, just as the girl had done. With each utterance, he could feel the hole in his heart created by this loneliness shrinking ever so slightly.
神様
God, please let me live through
無
tomorrow.
事に過ごせますように
The girl continued to visit his shrine every day following. Through the window, through the rain, through the snow and the storm, day after day, after day. God,
神様
oh God.
神様
At a certain point, the man decided to give himself a name. God. That would be his name, henceforth, he told himself. So that whenever the girl would call out God, his ears would interpret it as her calling to him. Please, God.
神様どうか
Even though he knew
お願いし
deep
ま
down
す
that he wasn't the one she was thinking of, the loneliness in his heart was fading more and more with each passing day.
神様
God. However, something did strike the man as unusual about her. She would always make The same Fiend always say the same prayer. What are you praying to God for? He wanted to ask her, but he knew that he would never be given an answer to that question. She couldn't hear him, so he could not comfort or help her in any way. He couldn't touch her, so he couldn't reach out and wipe away her tears. What stopped him more than anything else, however? I'm scared. When she out of this dark rat and into the bright world that awaited was not something so simply done. He had spent a whole life in this darkness. The outside world was freeing to him, and he was afraid. I'm happy enough that you come here every day. So he resolved in his heart that he would ask for nothing more, so long as he could fulfill that one wish of yours. He would live the rest of his day amid the cold darkness and a quiet solitude. He would not see anyone. He would not speak, laugh or smile. So if I can't just stop your tears, he prayed for her every day. Please, let this girl happiness. Allow her to smile. God. The girl always wept sorrowfully when she would call his name, hands clasped together in a prayer. What can I do to put a smile on your face? That was the single thing he thought about day in and day out. He focused on it with such devotion that he no longer felt the pains of his loneliness. Please, God, please let me live to see tomorrow. Please, answer her prayer. He wanted her to smile. He wanted to see her laughing, not crying. So he prayed time and time again to this invisible being he knew nothing of. God, oh God, please I beg of you. One day, however, he began to notice changes. With each passing day, the girl was beginning to look more and more bruised and battered. What happened to your face? He so desperately wanted to ask, but his voice didn't reach the ears of the little girl. Okay, she really looks battered. Please, God. But we already know that it's not gonna end well. Please, God. Then she would worsen in peace every time that he saw her. Oh. One day her eyes was swollen. The next, she had painfully looking purple bruises on her face. What happened? Who did this to you? God. Oh God. The girl continued to pray fervently as her injuries multiplied. God, please, I can't take it anymore. The man prayed day after day for her happiness, but she was breaking down both physically and mentally. I can't take it anymore. I don't want to be there anymore. Please, little girl, don't cry. He so desperately wanted to say to her, but his voice would not reach her ears. Not now, not ever. He was unable to so much as wipe her tears. God, tell me why. The girl had always clasped her hands together with such devotion, but the hope was getting to fade. Was beginning to fade from her eyes. Why does this have to happen to me? After the day, girl's appearances stopped. What has happened? The man became worried. Is she alright? 90 days passed. Seasons came and went and came again. He never saw the girl again. It hurts. He wallowed in grief. It hurts. It's so much more than before. One day, long after the girl had stopped coming to the shrine, he made a decision. I'll find her myself. He hardened his resolve. The outside world scared him. It terrified him to no end. Even so, he decided that he would muster up his courage and leave the shrine. I miss her. I miss her so badly. I want to see her face right this very instant. She couldn't see him, so he could not smile at her and wish her to be happy. She couldn't hear his voice, so he could not comfort her and tell her that everything would be alright. He was all too aware of his own powerlessness. But even so, he had to see her. He had to find out the truth behind her tears and her devoted prayers. If he found her to be smiling, safe and happy, then he would ask for no more. He would be fully and wholly satisfied. Even if she didn't have the time to visit his shrine anymore. So as long as she was happy, he would be at ease. But if I could have but one wish, I would wish for her to call to me, God, one last time. This time, instead of saying, please God, with a smile on her face, I won't be lonely anymore if I have that one wish granted. He followed the scent of her tears and went down to where the humans dwelt. There he found a brighter and lustrous town, and there was congested, filled with light by shining lanterns, as large groups of people walked with their faces cast down toward the ground. His impression was simple, it was so very large. The polar opposite of his world. His mind simply refused to believe that people lived in such a place. But that girl is definitely in this town somewhere. You could make out her scent. The scent of her tears, she would follow to this area. Following it a bit further, he arrived at a certain building. This is where she is. It was an establishment where one gathered nightly in pursuit of pleasures of the flesh. Oh no. In the blunt terms, it was a brothel. And a normal brothel, but to be sure. He did not know, of course, what purpose this building served. He had no way of knowing. The scent of her tears is coming from inside. He entered the building, and the lingering scent of the girl's tears grew stronger. What is this place? Following her scent, he advanced further into the two-story building. He passed several vacant rooms along the way. The doors have been left open in order to clear the air, so you could see inside of them. They were empty, completely inhabited. Oh, it stinks. Why does it smell so bad in here? The stench of blood and other bodily fluids hung up in the air. This was a brothel indeed. A brothel built specifically to cater to men with a certain abnormal proclivities. Izanagi was its name. All the women who were offered at this establishment were not a human. More precisely, they were half spirits. The men who came as customers were curious humans who could only achieve sexual gratification by resorting to extreme forms of violence. Basically, the scum zone on the earth. Human women, dainty as they were simply unfit for this kind of work. On the other hand, full-blooded spirits were too resilient. The men wouldn't be able to satisfy their twisted desires. And there were half spirits I'm handy, unfortunately. This is why all the prostitutes in this establishment were specifically half spirits. Their cries and screams were music to the man's ears, it really fueled their lust. Humans by their nature creatures who are never fully satisfied. The patrons of the establishment were all wealthy men. Humans man who had grown tired of normal, everyday joys and pleasures. This battle was created solely for their satisfaction. Although it hardly needed to be mentioned, the services offered at this place and others were highly illegal. Society had no tolerance for this man's sexual degeneracy. The man, of course, did not understand that. He had lived his whole life in solitude. His mind could never begin to imagine the kind of vile, heinous acts that occurred inside this building on a nightly basis. What the earth are this man doing? There was nothing pleasant about anything his eyes saw. Soon the man arrived at the certain room. It was the room where the little girl served her customers. Ah! All I wanted for you is to be safe and happy. But what he saw inside was anything but that. The girl was crying. Numerous human man around her grinning maniacally. They were torturing her tiny body for their own amusement. God. Oh God. Please save me, God. He averted his eyes. It was a sight too excruciating to bear. He had never imagined that he would find the girl calling his name in a situation such as this. No, no, this isn't what I wanted. God, oh God. Stop, please, no more. He cried out in despair. The girl crying out in anguish. The man around her crying out in delight. What is this? Is there a hell in this world? I'm looking at it right now. What had this girl, this poor girl done to deserve such a thing? Please, somebody, answer me. He cried out in his mind. What had led her to such a life full of pain and suffering? The humans continued to torture the girl relentlessly. Eventually, she stopped moving. Why? The girl's dead body was dumped like a trash in a morgue near the edge of the town. The man that built a grave for her. Damn, I didn't expect it to get so dark, like. I said before that it's gonna get serious and even had a fight, but whoa. The man that built a grave for him. Why did this have to happen? Only when the girl had become a lifeless corpse did he wish of touching her finally come true. He gently stroked her small cheek, never again to be wetted by teardrops. It was so frighteningly cold. Ah! He had wanted to see her smile, even if only once. So why? Why did she have to suffer a fate like this? Everything he cherished and loved had been crushed before his very eyes. He stood there powerless to do anything. Damn them. Curse them. Send them all out to hell. This girl was the only person who had ever brought any amount of joy to his heart. Yet he knew not even her name, so that he could inscribe it upon her tombstone. I'm so weak, so weak. He cursed the humans who had delighted in her torture, but more than all, cursed his own weakness. Curse them. Curse them all. Curse every last one of them. Filthy humans. On that day, the nameless man was consumed by his own wrath and became a fiend. Which is kind of understandable with the side he decide his soul. Damn them. Damn them. I was dreaming. It was a short dream, but that started and finished in the blink of an eye. Yet it was also so very long. Damn them. Damn them. Damn the humans. Damn them. Tears pours from the Fiend's colorless eyes. Damn them. Damn me. Damn myself. I was so powerless to save her. I deserve to be damned more than anyone. Using Shinku's power, our minds overlapped and I began to understand what happened. I know. The person you blamed more than anyone was yourself. You couldn't forgive yourself for being unable to save the girl. The man had lost his mind and transformed into a fiend due to self-loathing that spawned from the crushing realization of his own powerlessness. After having lost the only girl who had ever brought joy to his heart, he was left a broken husk of his former self. He wandered from town to town as the resentment in his heart began to fester. He had killed numerous people along the way. However, it did nothing to rid his heart of the hatred and anguish. Quite the contrary, in fact, with each subsequent life he took, the heavier his heart began to weigh. For it mattered little how many humans he slaughtered, the girl would never return. As he continued on this path of carnage, wandering from town to town, murdering any humans who dared oppose him. One day he came across a wren in the mountains. She bore a slight resemblance to the girl he longed for. I was surrounded by the Venus mountains wolves, crying while saying something how her mother had been a man to her recently. Ren, the cry baby, the girl who shed the tears in front of me. He could feel the trace of his former self returning, a part of himself that should have been lost forever. I want to help this girl, he thought. There in these mountains, the man exchanged a promise with the little girl Ren. Whenever she felt lonely, he would come and make things better. So please, don't cry anymore, he said. For some reason, when he parted with Ren, he could feel his mind once again being tainted in the darkness. I'm checking into something that isn't me, he soon realized. A fiend. I'm a fiend. Please, I beg you. Huh? The fiend suddenly begins to mumble. Since Shinku's power allowed me to glimpse inside of his mind and take a portion of his pain, the fiend has ever so slightly reverted to his former self. Set the girl free. Set me free. What do you mean? As long as that cursed place exists, as long as that living hell exists within this world, she will not be able to rest in peace. A tiny semblance of emotions is returned to the fiend's eyes. Please. I was not able to dry or wipe her tears. Please destroy what I caused them. Please from this world. I'm a fiend. I can no longer act freely, or under my own will. The sickness is eating me. I kill humans. That is all I can do now. I no longer have the autonomy to rid the world of that hell. Alright. I not accept your request. If that is what you wish, then I, as apprentice liberator, will free you from the fetters which bind you. The fiend's eyes begin to once again fill with rage. The shades of the deep, dark malice that consumed him returning.
私の力で
My
は
power was insufficient to
心
rid
の痛
his
みを
mind
消
of
し
its
きれなかっ
pain.
たみたいだ。
In that case, why don't we use it on his mind one more time? That might allow him to return to normal.
それは
Unfortunately, I don't think that will work.
心が完全に
Scarlet
病ん
has
でしま
thought
って
that
るんだ。
also don't forget
それにユーマ、
don't forget humor. My
私
power
の
can
力
only
を
be used
心に使うのは
on somebody's mind once.
一人に対
That's
して
the
一
limit.
回きり
You
だ。
can use it on the Fiend
そういう
again.
制限がある。
Damn them. Damn them. Alright. No matter what we do, he will never gain his sanity. Shunka's power can only be used on somebody once. The illness which plagues Fiend is incurable. With that in mind, there's only one thing that I can do for this man. That being, I promise, to swear to him. I will rid both you and you of all again regrets, so please be at ease and rest in peace. I pushed the now much weakened pin down on its side, releasing myself from underneath. And finally, let's go of the katana. Slowly, I pull out the sword that had been stabbed into my abdomen. I wish you all the happiness that is offered in your next life. After that, I sever his head from the neck. Good evening, sir. Come in and see our assortment of high-quality health spirits. When as a first-time customer, we can guarantee you a night of absolutely sublime pleasure, unless you have the money. Nah, screw all of you. They just burned this place to the case. I'm interested. But I have never been to one of these establishments before. Is that alright? After walking for what felt like ages, I finally reached the place in question. And gazed up at its sign. The area bears some resemblance to the town's cape of the Merchant Town, but couldn't be more different. The Merchant Town is a place of a colorful light, and this is an unpleasant place where darkness and sin into your skin the moment you enter it. Women here have other nerves of steel. I'm sure they will be able to take whatever you provide them, and I'm sure you will find all the pleasure you want. Oh, really? That does sound rather enticing. It does, doesn't it? By the way, sir, I see a sharp object around your waist. Unfortunately, we cannot allow you to take that with you when you see the woman. Should I hold on to it for you? Well, we can get to that later. This is something I want to ask you first, may I? Yes, sir. This is the infamous battle Izanagi, is it not? According to the rumors, you locate struggling impoverished families with unwanted children, then buy the young female half spirits for criminally cheap price and force them into sexual servitude. Or to provide a bit of satisfaction to the rich sadistic man who frequent this place. Is that correct, good sir? Oh, and I also heard that kidnap the girls' infant siblings so their parents as a means to dissuade them from running away. This is an Anagi, sir. Why do take offense to your labeling of us as infamous? It says damaging to our reputation, you see. For the moment, I will just assume you meant it as a compliment. What I do is ask that you please exercise more consideration when it comes to your tone of speech and use of words. I say that for your own sake, sir. But the secret of living a peaceful life. Whether it's be long or short, please keep that in mind. Oh, really? Thank you very much, sir. I'll take that to heart. But I've been looking so long for this place. Only bit of information I had was the name, so it was quite a struggle getting here, I tell you. So, may I ask, who are you? One satisfaction. Excuse me? You said I can't stay here until I'm fully satisfied, didn't you? I lived the Fiend's sword and we had a brutal worker. I've taken on the burden of Fiend's heart, and it won't be satisfied until you seek bastards all on your knees, crying and begging for mercy. Just cut off his heart. Intruder. The people in the room sky out. Alright, time to get to work. They will destroy this place. Whoa, I didn't expect him to start up a behead like this guy. Although the guy was total sicko. Just like the rest of them. And that's the girl grave. I stand in front of the grave belonging to the girl from the bad dream. Next to her, I have erected the gravestone of the Fiend. Two tombstones side by side. Neither of them are inscribed. I fulfilled your request and vanquished that hellside from this world. You can rest in peace now.
Yuma-san.
Yuma-san? And what is Kana doing here? Like, Kana had to wake up soon after being freed from the Fiend's shackles. After I explained to her what happened, I informed that I have been going out on the work and that she should go home, but she wouldn't budge, insisted that she come with me. Apparently she had experienced the same dream that I had while she was unconscious. I don't know why. Perhaps Shinku's power somehow transferred to Kana's unconscious mind. Or perhaps the Fiend's intense feelings of hatred spilled over into Kana's dreams as she slept next to him. I'm not knowledgeable enough to be able to find those answers. Anyhow, that's the reason why Kana and I are standing in front of these gravestones together. While I was doing the dirty task of laying waste to that place, I had Kana to go search for the girl's grave. I should hope the two of them are at peace now. Yeah, they suffered just way too much for that. At least I hope they're gonna rest in the peace. Hopefully they are, I don't know. All I did was the job that was asked of me. I brought an end to that living hell. That was the request. And I managed to complete it fully. All I did was get rid of it and nothing more. I'm praying for a miracle to occur. A miracle like that which led Khan and I to both see the Fiend's dream. What is happening? Oh, it's a moon. May the two of them meet again one day, in a distant place, in a distant time. I pray for a beautiful miracle of that kind to happen. Anyway, I finished up the job. As a word, Mr. Fiend, I'll be taking your sword. That will do it for me. The two of us does leave the place behind us. All the while feeling the small piece of his heart, then I carry with me silently aching. Exactly, we literally integrate the part of him into us. Hello there. There's a faraway place in some distant future. What is your name? I remember someone emerged from the darkness asking that question. It took every once of courage in him to do so, but it was something that I had really resolved to do. I've been watching you for the longest of times, but now my voice is finally reaching you. Now that I think back, I realized that I loved you. God, the girl smiled. We finally meet. Yes, it won't last. They had finally met. Only was his heart filled with loneliness. I want to tell you something, Gata. My name is, Your name is, And it's the end of the chapter. The next chapter is Nikata Shinku doesn't rest. Midsummer Night's Dream. I hope we're gonna learn the name of the girl if it's possible, or because I'm still wondering why he was your voice sounded so like kinda like. Am I taping or this more to that like? But anyway, that was a quite a chapter like it was pretty heavy like it was both heavy in the action. They really got a lot of action this time, and it was heavy in the adds to the flashback like I wouldn't say it brought me to the tears, but like it still was kind of heavy. But I think it was a pretty cool chapter overall. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching this, and the next time we're gonna continue with the final chapter for the common route. And we will witness just how severe the cost for using Shinku power is for Yuma. So stay tuned in and see you the next time. Ciao.